Hi, I'm Tim. Just finished my shoulder workout for the day, and there's two things I just want to talk about. It's one, the importance of shoulder presses, and two, the idea of 10,000 hours making you an expert in something. First, shoulder presses. Why I love shoulder presses. I love them because as a dad, they make it so that when I go to the pool, I can launch my kids super high in the air. And I've said this before. I said this during the winter. I've said this at different points during my workout that, as a dad, do those shoulder presses so you can really launch them. And I just want to say, this last weekend, I was on vacation and spent a lot of time at the pool, and I was super stoked. I don't think I've ever thrown my kids higher in the air, and they've gotten heavier since last summer. So they're heavier now, but I can throw them higher than I've ever thrown them before. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. They were laughing. They were like going nuts for it. The other fun part was, I could see the looks of horror and, fear on other like parents' eyes. Was the mom or the dad? They would be like scared of how high I was launching my little kids. Perfectly safe. Nobody got hurt. And then, there was the looks of envy of other kids that were like, I wish my dad was doing that or my mom was doing that. And then just on some dads' faces, you could see like, that solid, like, good job, dad kind of look. And that felt good. It was fun. It was fun for me. It was fun for my kids. So I would encourage you, if you're a dad, get out there, do those shoulder presses. If you're a mom, get out there, do those shoulder presses. Really give your kids a good time at the pool because that's what it's all about. Second part, all right, the 10,000 hours thing. You always hear, oh man, if you want to be an expert at something, you got to do 10,000 hours. So pick that thing that you love, spend 10,000 hours doing it. You'll be an expert. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. Your life will be bliss. I was thinking about that this weekend and it hit me, man, on the flip side of that, where I may not be able to, I couldn't think of something where I'm like, oh man, I've spent 10,000 hours doing this thing that I really wanted to be great at. Uh, and it occurred to me, man, but I have spent 10,000 hours, I'm sure, on my bad habits and doing things that I wish I wasn't. And I was kind of bummed. I was like, man, I've probably really, really mastered some bad habits at this point in my life. And that was kind of a bummer thinking about that. The thing that kind of brought me out of that was thinking, okay, like you've mastered some bad habits. You haven't mastered all the good habits that you think that you wanted to hit. You're not, you missed the ball on some things. But I guarantee I've spent 10,000 hours developing skills and other things that I do. Whether it's skills from when I read the papers or I'm reading news and I analyze and I think about history and I apply those things to the world today and I'm analyzing. So I guarantee I spent 10,000 hours analyzing information. I guarantee that I've spent 10,000 hours doing other activities as well that I will eventually think about and figure out how to put a positive spin on my life. But I want to encourage you, think about what you've done with your time. Think about like what you've done with those 10,000 hours. And if you haven't, let's say then 10,000 hours to become the world's next expert author, that you haven't spent 10,000 hours doing something that, you want to do, like learn Chinese or 10,000 hours mastering musical instruments, whatever it is. But I bet you've done 10,000 hours doing something positive. And I think finding that thing that you've done and then using that to help you, move into the activity that you want to be doing 10,000 hours in. Like for me, like I'm talking about analyzing information. That skill that I've developed over 10,000 hours of reading news and analyzing it, I can apply to, writing. If I wanted to be the, expert author, that those skills do translate to writing. So finding how to translate the skills that you've developed, just don't think you've wasted your time. If you haven't become the expert, figure out where you have become an expert and apply it. Just don't get down on yourself like I did for a few hours of thinking, man, I have just 10,000 hours of mastered bad eating. That's my big accomplishment. I got 10,000 hours of learning how to drink alcohol and not have a severe hangover. That's that's my big accomplishment. I really hope that I haven't spent 10,000 hours doing that though. I'd have to do the math and think about it to see how much time I've spent doing that, but I hope it's not 10,000 hours. Either way, thank you guys for checking out this video. It's a little bit longer than my other stuff, but I appreciate it. Hopefully this didn't take you 10,000 hours to watch. Thank you.